96 cents. What a gap up here that we're watching right now. According to this, it says it's up 97.53%. Big move off of this. I really wish we would have found this one day sooner over here when you guys are coming off all of the simple day moving averages. The 10, 20, and 30 were all underneath there in the power box SARS. Flipped to being bullish the last few days here, but there's now a gap here. This is one of those ones. Could it keep going? Absolutely it can. It could go even much higher. The only issue with me is that now you guys have that gap. You guys know how I am. If you're a risk taker, hey, it might be for you. I'm personally not a risk taker. I like to keep my risks down as much as possible. And here you guys are. A big gap here. Big gap right now. It's very good that it could come back down and fill that gap. Believe it or not. Even after a big pop like that, it's very possible. Could it keep going? Sure. But, you know, I play it for what it is. We started watching this one on January 30th. But like I said, if you guys are watching this video right now, sure, could it keep going? Absolutely. But in my personal opinion, it gets a little risky for me. He doesn't have that resistance level up here at $1.14, I see. Hopefully Joe can tell us what happened here, why this one got triggered off. Maybe not.
Well, what day was it?
Today.
That happened. All right, so it was an 8K on the 7th. Let's pull it up. All right, so on April 7th, 2017, Enerjex Resources Inc, a Nevada corporation, announced that its board of directors is pursuing possible strategic transactions involving opportunities both in and outside of the oil and gas industry that will offer the opportunity for future growth in net cash flow. Those opportunities may involve the business combination with another business enterprise, the acquisition of one or more groups of assets in equity or debt financing transaction to provide capital with which to fund operations and expansion, and other similar transactions. To illustrate the types of transactions that the company is investigating, the company has been investigating the acquisition by purchase or combination of certain operating oil and gas assets. In addition, the company recently was involved in discussions about a possible acquisition by merger of a privately held company that operates an agricultural drone business and in which an affiliate of the holder of the company's Series B preferred stock has an interest. While the discussions about the business combination with the privately held agricultural drone enterprise have been suspended, those discussions may resume in the future. In addition, the company expects to continue to pursue other acquisition and business combination opportunities. No assurance can be given that any one or more of these potential business combination asset acquisition opportunities will be consummated. All right, so that was on April 7th. But then there was also a definitive 14A over here. So I pulled that up, and that is basically stating, it's in regards to the notice of the annual meeting of stockholders. It's to be held on Thursday, April 27, 2017. So the annual meeting of stockholders of Enerjex Resources Incorporated will be held on Thursday, April 27, 2017 at 9 a.m. local time at the offices of the company located at 440 Broadway, ST 508, San Antonio, Texas. So the following purposes: to elect 4 persons to our board of directors, each to hold office until the 2018 annual meeting of stockholders and until their respective successors shall have been duly elected or appointed and qualified. So to elect 2 Series A representatives to the board of directors. Proposal has been tabled. All right, to ratify the transaction between the company on the one hand and PWCM Investment Company, IC LLC, a Delaware limited liability company, and other purchases of our secured bank debt on the other hand, in which the successor lenders would agree to forgive our existing secured loan and the approximate principal amount of $17,295,000. And in exchange into a secured promissory note and the original principal amount of $4,500,000. Company would convey our oil and gas properties and certain other assets in Colorado, Texas, and Nebraska. Company retain its assets in Kansas, subject to successors, lenders, first priority lien on those assets. Company can repay the loan or prepay the loan at full at any time during the terms of the restated secured loan, which is initially 6 months with two options to extend the term by 90 days upon payment of $3,300,000 to the successor lenders. And then it's also to consider a vote upon a proposal to authorize the board of directors to effect a reverse stock split of the outstanding shares of the company stock at an exchange ratio of not less than 1-for-2 and no more than 1-for-25, with the board of directors having the discretion to determine whether or not to effect any reverse stock split. The exact ratio of the reverse stock split at the ratio of whole numbers within the above range. And then it's to conduct an advisory vote on the frequency of the advisory votes of the compensation. And let's see, and then the other, there's like seven reasons for this meeting, I guess. And then number 6 is to ratify selection of RBSM LLC as our independent registered public accountant firm for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2015. Number 7 is to ratify selection of them for the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2016. Is that all right? So these guys traded on the NASDAQ market as well, huh? Well, not NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, American market, whatever it is. All right, so that's that. There's obviously a lot to take in and see what they're doing financially, so I can go over to the 10K, but I'll pull it up and see real quick how bad it is. Not bad, like in a bad way, but how difficult it would be for me to pull everything through it. Yeah, there's a lot of different things because they have all this other property. But there's a lot of information for you right here, right on page 5. So if you pull up the quarterly, let's see, it's a 10K from March 31st, 2017. You pull that up and you go right to page 5, and you can just read all that. All right, so if you want to continue doing more due diligence on this, just go right over to the ENRJ board, and then go to the filings. Go pull up to March 31st, and then see what's up with it. And then if you have an opinion, feel free to share with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that you have using the site daily. We're posting right over there on that board.
Yeah, what Joe's talking about over here, I just pulled up on the screen for you guys so you can see that here. The company profile, time and sales, recent news, all those buttons he was talking about is available over here. And investors hang out completely free with the chart. Like I said, 76 watch, resistance at 76 in $1.15. Looks like I put that up there. There we go. Support at 64 and 60, gap at 64.38. Like I said, guys, this sure could have keep going, but this gap down here could come down and fill really quick. Again, it can keep going from there. It's really one of those things that gap and runs. That big of a gap, there's no telling, but play it safe for what it is. ENRJ, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. We would appreciate it. Get out there and share this video. That would be great. If you have a hot stock you'd like to share with us as well, let us know about it over at investorshangout.com/live.